Hey guys, it's Nemo and welcome to World of Warships. Today we have the IJN Yudachi. Now this video is for young Gerald. We know him better as Falcon. I didn't have a Yudachi, sorry, and he wanted to know how to play it. So he loves all that anime stuff, and one of the things that he wanted me to say was poi. So there it is, it's done. So I didn't have this. He wanted to know how to play it, so he bought it for me, and here's how we play it. So another shout out I'll give to is Bex and his fellas here. They were in this game against us. They had a tier 9 division actually, and we were bottom tier in tier 7. But comment made that this is not a very good boat, and when you think about it, this really isn't a good ship. She has 6.1 kilometer surface detection with a 9-second gun reload on her 127mm gun, so she has the same caliber guns as the American destroyer line, but fires a lot slower. Her alpha's not bad, 2150 alpha for her HE, and then 2200 for her AP, so she hits pretty hard when she does hit, but trying to get those shots out, you do not want to get into a knife fight in this ship at all. 6.1 surface detection's not too bad for tier 7, but when you're coming up against tier 9s, which we are in this game, and there's a Kitakaze for example with a 5.8, and its guns can fire like you wouldn't believe. If I had to run into a Kitakaze in this match, I would have been dead. What else? Fletcher on the enemy team. So all part of Bex's division there. 2 of them would have outspotted me easily, and 2 of them would have murdered me easily. It's just the way that it is. It's not a very good ship at all. So Akatsuki there, that guy is definitely not running concealment, because you can get it down to 6.4 with a captain build and with your camos. Now, the Yudachi has 15 kilometer torpedoes, and they do 57 knots. They are extremely slow. They get spotted at something like 1.8 to 2 kilometers away, so they can be seen from the moon, and it's really, really hard to dodge. She does get the torpedo reload booster because she is a Shiratsu class destroyer, so just keep that in mind. I smoke up here for Haikoni, who's my Atlanta, and Atlanta in the smoke in that situation when there's nothing to stop them, very, very deadly. So we're a ship up early. Let's hope that we can keep it that way. So the torpedoes on this thing, you want to run torpedo acceleration, so it is 15 kilometer torpedoes, but as you can see mine are only 12, and that's because I've taken 3 kilometers off the range to increase the speed of my torpedoes to 62 knots, because it's otherwise, what's the point of having them? The reload booster is not a bad thing, but it does take a while to reload, and the fact that this ship has really, really bad torps in the fact that their concealment is poor, your general torps are probably just going to be all you want to fire anyway. But learning how to fire them will help you out with most situations. So you will see me in a situation later on where I'll fire one set, and then I'll wait and get a better angle and then fire the second set. So you can trap torp people if you have to. Really handy to do on Japanese destroyers, considering you fire mainly your torpedoes off throughout the games. So we're down 1 ship apiece, and this is your role as the Yudachi. You spot and you torp, because that's all you can do. You do not want to get into a gunfight. It just doesn't work like that. Now, unfortunately, Haikon hasn't been back in the game for a while. He's had a little bit of a hiatus, and he didn't realise that French DDs didn't have smoke, so he was calling for the MOG to give him some cover, and the MOG told him that he couldn't, and unfortunately Haikon gets killed. So 2-1 down, and I've lost my radar cruiser, but that's alright. So all I can do now is exactly what I said to do, is just stay dark, spot, The Mog is the one that you want firing. We have a Shaw's here with us, sort of. He's, in the middle of the map, and then we've got Huffy back here in the Synop. So Synop is not a bad ship to have, although going up against the amount of enemies we have here, it doesn't matter if you're in a Russian battleship, you're still going to have trouble. So it's 2 caps to 1. And Bex and his side have been spotted, as you can see by the last known markers down there. The 3 of them seem to be the only ones in that cap, and then they have their 2 battleships off here. So there's only 3 of us here against 5, or it was, I think it was 6 all up, but it's about 5 ships over here that are we're holding off just by me keeping them spotted. But equally, on the other hand, it's 3 DDs in Bex's division holding off the majority of my team. So yeah, World of Warships, eh? World of Warships. Anyway, here's these torpedoes. Now, the Helena should have gotten through there, because they would have been seen from outer space. But he takes 1, so that's a bonus for me. The Vlad was obviously already reversing, getting ready to, because he got hit by 1 earlier, so he doesn't want to get hit again. He knows I'm here, and these guys, if they have half a brain, they'll know that the reason that they're perma-spotted is because there's another DD out here. There are 4 DDs in the game on each team. Only the Mog has been seen out here. The Yudachi hasn't been spotted on the other side, surely, and there's torpedoes coming in everywhere, so surely the Yudachi's out here, so something is keeping us spotted. It has to be the DD. Strangely enough, I keep landing these hits with these torpedoes that can be spotted from the moon. And it's baffling, really. But a lot of people don't concentrate on the game, a lot of people don't concentrate on the minimap. What they will do is they will, I always encourage shift zoom, so using the shift button to zoom in and out of your gun reticule quickly. Whereas a lot of people will just run around the battle in their zoomed in view, and you can't see what's going on around you. You can't see the torpedoes around you, you can't see enemy ships about to broadside you or blind fire you. So you've really got to, the shift zoom is really helpful in that way, and pay attention to everything is around you. Now I'm launching torps on the Vlad, predicting where I want him to go. I've hit him a couple of times with the torpedoes and I don't think he's going to move, but then he does what I didn't expect him to do, and he stops the ship, turns bow on a bit more, and misses out on me landing another torpedo on him. So the Mog at the moment is calling for me to torp these guys. I'm like, yeah, well, obviously that's what I'm doing. I'm not just out here spotting if the torpedoes reloaded faster, I could throw them out a bit quicker. So my guys are retreating quite well. I'm doing just what I have to do. Just spotting and torpedoing. Now you've got to be careful here. I realise that the Vlad is only 6'6" away from me and I'm 6'1", so when you're doing this spotting kind of work, always make sure that you are keeping an eye on that distance. The amount of stealthy Japanese destroyers that I've seen get spotted and torpedoed to death is insane. Not torpedoed to death, gunned to death, yeah, sometimes torpedoed to death, but the amount of ships that get spotted that shouldn't get spotted, it's just people not doing their job properly, not knowing their ship's parameters. Now, I do get spotted here. I was expecting him to come around, but I wasn't expecting him to push that hard around. Lucky for me, the torpedoes are ready, and so is the smoke. So all I'm going to do is just drop the smoke to disengage. And the Ibuki misses me. The Vlad has shots at me as well, but the Vlad misses me. So now we're just hoping that these torps will hit and kill. But I think he turns away pretty well. And I end up only getting 1. But 1's still not bad. That's a lot of damage. Over 12,000 damage there to that Ibuki. Now the only bad thing about me dropping smoke and running is now I've taken away the information for my team, but sometimes you just have to run, drop that smoke, get out of there, live to fight another day, because that's the one thing that I try to tell guys all the time. The longer you stay alive in a game, the longer you can affect the battle. If you die, you can't do anything in the battle, obviously. So staying alive for as long as you can means that you can do more damage, and the more damage that you do is more likely that you or your team can kill off the enemy ships. Now I'm just trying to talk to Synop here. I'm just wondering what he's doing. He is playing with his WASD keys a lot, and that thing throws your torps off and it can be annoying when all you want to do is hit torp hits. But we get 2 anyway. He misses the first set, and that's a flooding, so that's going to be a DCP. People still DCP their floodings as if they were the old floodings. They're not. Remember, they have got a shorter duration, and you can have up to 2 floodings on either part of the ship now, like fires. So instead of 4 fires, you can have 2 floodings, things like that. Now our Mog here, the Mogador, plays awesome to take out the Vlad while in a reverse position, which the Mogador doesn't like. It loves being in that speeding around role and staying at range and killing things, and he does it so well. And then he goes ham here, and I believe he even kills the Helena. So the Synop is down, and that's another good thing for us. Then the Mog, yep, he goes and gets the Helena. He played really, really well. He's got 3 kills there. He's going to turn around now and go back for the cap. We are 3 caps down. Bex there gets the high caliber award. He played extremely well in this battle. I have to give it actually to all the Bravo Zulu boys, or in this at the moment there. Stop the boat still. So as you saw there, I launched 1 set of torpedoes on where the De Grosso was originally going, and then I waited until I had a bit of a better angle, and it's like you're cross-dropping with yourself when you do it like this. So you create like an X with your torpedoes, and it hits and gets a lot of ships all the time. Well, not all the time, but a lot of the time. So there we go. We got another torp on, and we got the kill on a hydro battleship. If that guy had just pushed straight through B in the start of the game with his hydro going, I would have been dead. There's no way I would have got out of that. But decisions. The decisions you make will affect the entire game. So now I'm just spotting. I'm actually trying to run here from the Ibuki. If the Ibuki is a good shot, he can kill me quite quickly, even though I haven't taken any damage. 6-3, 6-2. I'm not fast enough. That's another thing. Even, have a look at this. I'm only doing 33 knots straight lining. I haven't got my speed boost on, obviously, but still not a very fast ship. So the Yudachi really doesn't have any strengths. Great shot from Huffy there to finish off my division mate, to finish off the Ibuki and save my life. I have not been scratched, and in this ship, the longer you don't get scratched, the more you can just throw torpedoes out and stay concealed, the better it is for yourself and your team. Now the enemy team, they were up on caps there. They had 3 caps to 1. They did not need to push, and they did exactly that. It's a real problem with teams in World of Warships. I think I say it almost every video. Once you have the majority of caps and you're definitely on the front foot, so to speak, you don't need to push. The amount of teams that push and get themselves killed is ridiculous, and it loses so many games. Most games are lost from the winning team because they throw, they get overconfident, and they die. They die one by one, horrible deaths, burning down to Frieslands as such, and that's the end of the game when that happens. And Bex's team here could have won if they had have held their line. I mean, these guys from UMRR are extremely good players, but one extremely good player is not going to change a game. If his team had held the line, all those ships pushing down after they captured D to kill us, they could have held that as well. They didn't need to do that. They came down into crossfires, into torpedo fire. This game was more thrown from the enemy team, I would say, than us winning. I don't think our team had an overly great game. Bar a couple of players. This UMRR player in the St. Louis played very well. The Mogador extremely well. Most of this was just down to enemy error. So that's going to be the end of the game. The guy from UMRR, who are a Hurricane clan, is going to kill off both Burnout Koalas and Bex and finish the game for us with a victory. So we held off there on our side with 3 ships against 6, and that's just World of Warships in a nutshell, isn't it? No wonder people get frustrated. Not much Bex is going to be able to do against a St. Louis, unfortunately. Not a St. Louis with a brain anyway. One without one, possibly. But there we go. Anyway, 87,600 or majority, we'll say 87,000 at least with torpedoes. Only 4 hits with the guns, and I think that was shatters anyway, so not too bad. Nearly 800,000 credits. 3rd in the Yudachi, which is an absolutely weak ship. As I said, it's got no strengths. Bex on top of his team, he played very well, very, very well. So we want to use premium consumables all the time. We're going to go with main armaments mod 1 to protect our torpedoes, propulsion mod 1 to protect our engine, aiming systems mod 1 to get the torp turrets to traverse better, and then obviously we're going to run propulsion. Now 12-point captain, priority target. Then we're going to go with last stand, mandatory on DDs, any DD. Torpedo armament expertise, so we can reload those torps a little bit faster. Concealment expert to get down to that 6.1. And then for 12 points you want the torpedo acceleration for the extra 5 knots. You don't need 15-kilometer torpedoes, you only need the 12. The other points I would put into survivability expert, preventative maintenance, and then superintendent, and that would be my 19-point captain. So there you go, young Gerald. There is the Yudachi, played properly and in the right hands. It can be workable. I'm going to put the Bex's video of that game in the comments below, and you can see it from his point of view. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me, and stay safe out there.